Thank you very much. Bismillah ar Rahim. I think because now this is coming from the horse's mouth, so probably we need to believe that. But whatever the speculations were going on, they were in some other context. For example, people were thinking that after he retires, after he completes this tenure, because normally we have been hearing of 10 years, plan and 10 years development plans and all that. So that is why people were making these speculations that maybe after this he may. Otherwise, we understand that which is the strongest position in Pakistan. Why would one leave a stronger position and go for a comparatively weaker position? I mean, that is a fact on ground. As far as the present government and its whatever they are doing and all that, I would say that now what is happening is, that is my assessment, that the cart of Pakistan is being drawn by two horses. One of them is very healthy and is doing a lot, taking most of the load, and the other weak horse is just interested in getting the fodder and eating it away, and not contributing much. That is the way I see it. So I think the best combination would be for the country that a strong man like Field Marshal is paired with a very strong political setup, which has a very strong backing of the people of Pakistan. Now, this is a very pleasant surprise. He's saying this, that if we want to move ahead, probably with some reconciliatory tone, I can, sense. But before I answer this, I must clarify my own position, because my understanding is that for me, Pakistan and its people are the first, followed by the armed forces, and then any other affiliation, whether political or not. Because all countries are created for the supreme interest is the welfare and well-being of the people of Pakistan. So that is our supreme interest, and we know that no country can be defended without organized forces. So, how important are the forces? That is understood. Now, this offer I think is good. The only thing is that one, that it is a very fine thing, which is accepted and encouraged in not only religion but in all ethical setups, that one must forgive. And I think for forgiveness, it is not necessary that somebody should admit his or her fault. Only then you will forgive. If you have a very big heart, you can forgive otherwise also. But then there's one big question: who's going to forgive whom? Who all have defaulted? I mean, if I do understand that this is a big blunder, that people should be moving towards military installations, should never have happened. So admission is required. But whatever happened afterwards, on the people went there and there was arson and the attacks and all that. That I am always of the view that that needs a very transparent investigation. But anyway, this admission can be made that yes, the people should not have gone there. Whether they were, I had given them these orders or not, he can say it himself. But I think there's no harm in admitting this. But then who's going to admit about the blatant, let us say, theft of the elections of February, 8 elections? And then it means that the Election Commission of Pakistan will also tender an apology. Then whatever happened in on 26th November, I think the Interior Ministry will also have to tender an apology. Whatever decisions were given by the higher courts, probably they will have to tender an apology. So I see political parties, judiciary, election commission, interior ministry, and establishment. All these five entities, they need to apologize to each other. They have done harm to each other, and actually they need to apologize to the people of Pakistan, because people of Pakistan are, they are just looking up to everybody, that they are wrestling with each other, and nobody's worried about what is happening to them. So I think this is a very good idea, and the best way is Truth and Reconciliation Commission. Instead of admitting that I did this and I did that, they should all admit that we did wrongs to each other and to the people of Pakistan. So from now onward, let there be a cooling down period that can be decided. That is my idea for about let us say 8 months, a year, where everybody can reorganize and rethink, and then this country should be run exactly according to what the constitution says, and whosoever deserves whatever that should be given. And I think Pakistan will progress in a very sharp manner, very sharp rise you will see as far as Pakistan is concerned. That is my view on this. I mean, if I just finish it up in one sentence, that I totally agree with you that whatever is written in the constitution, whatever limits are there in the constitution, we should all remain in that. But this particular question requires a full program altogether. That why Pakistan Armed Forces, or Pakistan Army, I would say, in particular, they think that they need to have some say in whatever is going on in the country. I mean, you know it yourself as far as the level of our political setups are concerned, and their efficiency and their proficiency and all those things, the level of corruption and all that. But I do agree that this cannot go on. And if we have to behave like a normal country, then we have to behave like a normal democracy also. We can make certain, amendments in the constitution with the procedure that has been laid down in the constitution to ensure that the right people they are elected as the members of assemblies. That can be ensured by one odd intervention. Excuse me. And from there on, I think we should leave it to the people, elected people, to run the country and stand with them solidly. Do whatever they say. I mean, army has a lot of qualities like they have management qualities. They have organizational skills. They have muscles. They can execute things. But the higher level of thinking, the political thinking, your foreign policies, your fiscal policies, financial policies, internal politics, that does not fall in the strengths of the armed forces. I've served there, so I can say it quite openly. That has to be left to the politicians. But what type of politicians? The right type of politicians. And for that, probably just being popular is not enough. You have to have that ability, that expertise, that efficiency to do all that. I think if this can be ensured on the political side, the role of armed forces can diminish with the passage of time, and maybe even in a very short time. True, I think this is a very loaded question, and I would answer it in two, three parts. The first is, I mean, this is an ideal situation. If you ask any diplomat, he will say that we must balance between the forces to be, and we must maintain good cordial relations. But you must have sensed or heard that China has never asked us not to have relations with America or not to have good relations with any other country. But the other superpower has told us several times that tell us whether you are with us or you are against us. And also, I mean, now it has become quite popular. What one of their says said that to be enemy of America is very dangerous, and to be their friend is fatal. This is what Henry Kissinger said, and we know that. Now, there are two, three things which I think if our diplomats can balance it, then I see no problem. But these are serious questions, and we must see whether it can be done or not. First, is it possible that Gwadar and offshore drilling by America, Gwadar, where China is developing, and offshore drilling by America, can they go together? This is my first question. If diplomats can answer it, yes, it is possible. I have no problems. Secondly, if American companies are given, contracts to explore rare earth minerals, or rare earth, elements, or other things like that, and especially in areas which are not very stable, so whether our CPAC will continue developing, and our terrorism will be subdued or it will get enhanced. I mean, that is the other question. And of course, the bigger question is that uh, if we look at the past relationship and the way both big powers have related with us, do we keep China and America at equal keel? I mean, is China as important as America? I mean, this is the overarching question. And the last historical question from my side is: we have had 2, 3 stints, very long stints of good relationships with America. During those periods, let me ask my diplomats: uh, did we get out of poverty, or we went more down in the in the poverty mud, or whatever we call it? Secondly, did the terrorist activities increase or decrease while we were having good relations with them? So if these 3, 4 questions can be answered and we can balance them out, then probably nobody will have any objections. But let me say, it would be very, very difficult to keep a balance between these two powers, because there's these while answering these questions, I mean, unless we want to turn away our eyes from reality, it is quite obvious that which is our real friend and which is our just friend off and on. And can we say that we should have a balance between them? I think while talking about Indian activities, especially using their non-state actors like TTP and BLA and others against us, uh, for that a very potent response is required. I always say that if you keep fighting with the terrorists alone, and do not go for the perpetrators of the all those powers which are behind them, and do not give them the same level of pain which they are giving us, it will not stop, and they will not talk to you. We have created a very good deterrence as far as conventional forces are concerned. You saw this Banyan and Marsus and even beyond. And we have a very stable deterrence as far as nuclear thing is concerned, but probably some deterrence is missing as far as lower intensity of conflict is concerned. So if we talk of a full spectrum deterrence, then it should deter not only conventional attacks, not only nuclear attacks, but also non-conventional attacks. Probably we need to do something in that. I think whatever Field Marshal is saying nowadays is indicative of this thing, that if India does not abstain from doing whatever they are doing, they might face our response. I think he has said more than once as far as this thing is concerned. Uh, as far as the involvement of Afghanistan and Iran and other neighboring countries in Pakistani affairs, I'm of the view personally that these are misinformations. Although I have a lot of reverence for our intelligence agencies, and that they must be having a lot of information, but the sophistication and level of disinformation is such that even they can get duped. Let me say that, if they don't mind it. So I think it is in our national interest to have good relations with Afghanistan, to have good relations with Iran, and try to sort out the things ourselves. Just to give you one example, you have your representatives all over the world, in Europe, in America, and everywhere. Do you have anyone in Afghanistan? And how many channels they have their people in Afghanistan? So whatever news we are getting, we are also getting from the West, and West is very good in manipulating the news and all that. So I do not believe. Why do I say that? Afghan government has no interest at all to destabilize Pakistan, because they have a lot of stakes in Pakistan. And why should they act against Chinese, whereas China is the main helping country as far as Afghanistan is concerned? So it defies logic and defies the basic principles of national interest. That why should they do it? So I think we must get over that. And let me give my apprehension. Before India recognizes Afghanistan, which is possible, Pakistan should go ahead and recognize it before then. Otherwise, we will cut a very sorry figure if that happens.